Houston Texans fans, we made a trade. Well, Nick Casario made a trade. Casario. He did something that we didn't really expect. We joked about it a bit. Well, at least
He
two of us
he
joked
mind he
about it.
mind fucked him.
What
He's like, oh, they got a riff. Let's go get him real quick.
from what I gathered, okay, so if y'all haven't heard somehow, then yeah, the Houston Texans traded for Stefon Diggs from the Bills. Um, Pretty much gave up nothing. They gave up a second round pick that we got from the Vikings. They got Stefon Diggs. They got a 2024 sixth round pick, I believe, and a 2025 fifth round pick, or one of their swap. I don't remember which one. One of them's a fifth, one of them's a sixth.
And they're paying some of his contract. Stupid.
Now, what do y'all think of the trade in itself? Like, y'all happy with it? Uh, did y'all want T. Higgins instead of him?
Fuck to the no. I
Nope.
mean, you gave up nothing. You gave up 20 spots in the draft for a receiver. Of, I mean, I don't know if he's still as good as people think he is, but I mean, we didn't give up shit. So you can't be mad about it. Other than if you cut his dumb ass, you still got to pay him. But I do. It's kind of cool because you got to think about it like this: is our division put a shit ton of good ass fucking secondary players in it. Sneed, Darnell Savage, Shenandoah Awuzie, like all them fools. So you needed to up that room a little bit. Um, but I don't think it moves the needle like people think, like are saying. To be
We're
honest, I
hearing
still think Nico Collins is the guy on the team.
bro, but people don't want to hear that. They Stephon Diggs, bro.
Well, fuck
I
off.
saw at least 30 comments today that said we were Super Bowl bound now.
Yes. That's what I was gonna say. Like, watch out, boys. The Texans are coming for the Super Bowl 17 and
It
0,
helps.
baby.
It's a talented receiver, but that's the thing is you can't look at it as in like, oh, they're gonna go to Diggs fucking 20 times again. No bullshit. You have to stay true to the system, and you have to fucking take what's available to you. Like CJ should look at that as like just a like a guy. You know what I mean? Not just a guy, but like you should have the same reads and throws if no matter who's out there because you're trusting in the system. I'm throwing to who's open. I'm not gonna feed into your bullshit and feed you the ball. We're not doing that.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people that weren't, I wouldn't say excited for the trade. It's a good trade for the Texans, but a lot of people were worried about the quote unquote drama of Stephon Diggs. But a lot of receivers, Stephon Diggs, AJ Brown, some of those receivers have a warrant, I feel like, for the way they act in a certain sense. Because, I mean, looking at what he dealt with in Buffalo, that team has been kind of
Well, that's
a
the thing
bust.
is if you're a receiver, you should want the ball, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of your fucking job. I never felt like he was a problem for the Vikings, right? So you go to Buffalo and they hype y'all's dumbass and all the retards who thought Josh Allen was worth the fuck. He's like, no, like he didn't even feed into that bullshit. Like he knew they weren't as good as people thought.
It A lot of people put Lloyd Knows says 2025 late round pick. That's a steal.
Lloyd,
Best
what's up, my
receiver
boy?
class in the league. Like, a lot of people put the Stephon Diggs whenever, of course, when he's staring at the goalpost multiple times, and they're like, "Oh, this is this is a problem. He shouldn't do this." Dude wants to win. His brother said it. He said it. He just wants to win. He wants to be able to contribute to a team that wins, and it's all about culture. I feel, and we talk about on this podcast, on this show, on all of our videos. Texans culture starts with D'Amico and Nick, and I feel like whenever the story was coming out, somebody had said that they talked about Josh Allen, and they were like, "Oh, he doesn't need Stephon Diggs." And Stephon Diggs replied to the thing, I was like, "Oh, okay, bet. Like, we'll
For
see."
are you sure? You sure?
And so for you to be that vocal about it, it's kind of like, "Oh, okay. Well, you know that you are that guy, and now you end up playing with a new quarterback. You'll be playing with CJ Stroud. You'll be on a talented offense for sure. Joe Mixon, the newly running back, Tank Dell, Nico Collins, Dalton Schultz.
It opens a lot of shit up for us, but you have to really dive into numbers to see it. Like when I first thought about it, I was like, all right, so you got Diggs, right? I first felt like that relegates Tank to just a slot. And I was like, no, fuck that. Because I can't allow that. That can't be true. Because if you do that, then you kind of get in Dalton's way, and then you wonder why you overpay Dalton. It's easier to game plan for like Diggs, and then you look at Diggs's numbers, and he took like 30%, 36% of his snaps out of the slot, and I was like, all right, bitch, you can play there. We're good with that. And then you can use Tank back in motion as a true X because he was kind of good with that, which tells you how the defense is going to play you. So there's like plays that we might not have been able to run before because we weren't able to discuss, or we couldn't make a defense respect us enough with like Mechie or Robert Woods that you're gonna make them respect you with Diggs, in my opinion. So like you're back, like your our play action game is gonna be on fucking point, son. I don't care if we could run the ball or not. They're gonna have to respect that, and we're back to eating the middle of the field up. I think because that's what we were good at anyway.
When you put it that way, I mean,
No, there's credence to having him. Like in theory, you get a 4-time Pro Bowler, you're supposed to be better. But it just goes back to Bobby Slowick and CJ. Like Slowick making the most of his talent, and then CJ staying true to the read, like not getting caught up on making this dude happy because we don't want a diva. It is what it is. It essentially what we have is a baby version of the Niners. Too much talent and one football.
yeah. At,
Straight
at
up.
any given point, a player can blow, and we kind of saw that sporadically last season. The 1 or 2 games, Noah Brown. The one game, Robert Woods. Another game, Nico. Another game, Tank. So it just adds into the repertoire of everything. I mean, Joe Mixon, I kind of see now why they got him as a catching running back. The moves, the chess moves that Nick was doing, it all makes sense now, especially like y'all said in the AFC South.
Man, do you
People
feel like that's
started,
giving him too much credit though? Like I think this deal fell in his lap.
well, from what I read from Adam Schefter and other people, is this was a move that he was looking at already at Stefon Diggs. When he got wind that Stefon Diggs was not happy, he started to turn those wheels. Him and Bill Belichick and a few other people started last year looking at the Stefon Diggs stuff. And then
Yeah,
it
but, I mean, I
started to,
told y'all like before. I felt like they were going after a route running receiver. That's what
yeah,
the Keenan Allen shit was. And then Diggs, at one point, you could consider him one of the like maybe the best route runner. Him and Keenan Allen. But I feel like there was more luck involved in this than anything. To be honest with you, like he tried to go, he shot a shot at Keenan Allen and she shut him down. Somebody told this bitch she was ugly and he went home with her. Like that's what this was. It was just luck. Straight up.
then it said fire. Best team in Texas.
For sure.
um, Now, looking at the offense though, where does this rank in the AFC South for y'all, and where does it rank in the AFC? Because that's truly what matters at this point. Of NFC, I get it,
In
but
terms of what, how we gonna play offense, or because like if you look like to me, it tells me the draft has to be defensive focused because
yeah,
there's still holes in the defense, and you don't really have money to spend on that shit anymore.
yeah,
So
it's gonna be
it's
defense.
kind of tough to say how we'll stack up like in totality as a team because you don't know what the defense is. Like in theory, I think it's gonna be really good because you got D'Amico and you got players that are coming back. You know what I'm saying? But like
Yeah,
I don't think there's too many teams who are going to be able to score with this, to be honest with you.
Lloyd says, who do y'all think they should draft in the second round? D tackle or elsewhere or defense?
It has to be D tackle. D tackle at, what do we have, 42 and 59? You're going to have a shit ton of corners as secondary players available to you. But if you have a D tackle there, you have to take it. If Jerzon falls, take him. If the kid from Florida State, the white boy, Brendan, whatever, you take him just to get somebody on that line. And then at 59, you probably go best defensive player available, in my opinion. Whether
Was
it be the linebacker from A&M, a secondary player, somebody. Shit.
was the 59? Wasn't that what we traded for him though?
Uh-uh. Because we traded the 2025 second round pick we got from the Vikings.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
we really didn't affect this draft at all.
it affects next draft,
Yeah.
which is fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Frank goes, can't wait till we play Dallas. That's gonna be a fun one for sure.
Fuck Dallas.
David goes first to the AFC South, second in the AFC offense.
I mean, it's pretty close. I mean, think of it like I never count out the Chiefs. They're gonna do the Chiefs shit. Regular season wise, you got to give respect to the Dolphins because they're gonna put up points.
Ravens.
And then Houston's right there with them. I fuck the Ravens. Get a real quarterback and I respect you.
Let's just say it. There it goes. Y'all went all in, unlike the other Texas team. They're going all in on quarterback, bro. This one.
We went all in with a coupon too. Like it didn't cost us. Like we bumped ourselves up. And the dude has experience, he has playoff experience. It's like you said earlier, bro, minus the are you gonna be a bitch? And we really don't have an issue with you. You know what I'm saying? Think about it like this. How many times last year did we say how good we would be if we kept Brandon Cooks?
True. We said that a lot on lives. We said it a lot on videos.
So now you upgraded Brandon Cooks and you got what you wanted. If he just comes to play football, it's a great deal for Casario.
And it sets draft up a bit more. Christopher says, what about the O-line? I feel like we really haven't done much there.
I think we needed to. Like, you have too much invested. We did exactly what we needed to do with the O-line is take money from them. Shaq Mason, give me money back. Titus Howard, give me money back. That's why you were able to make this trade. But we have the players. We have the players. Like, the biggest thing we did is we let our depth leave, I think. I really wanted to keep Michael Dieter. That one sucked. George Fant sucked.
Yeah, I'm looking. I mean, Kenyon Green. I hope you're healthy, because we need you, bro. We need the big.
Even
body.
if he's not, you still got Juice. You still got Patterson. So I mean, you have 6 players that can play as a starter on the O line.
Yeah, it's gonna be depth where they go for sure. Nick's pretty good at finding depth later on. Maybe a late round pick, if that, but I doubt it. This draft now seems very defensive heavy, like y'all said.
Mm-hmm.
D tackle.
And I feel like we're going to take a running back also at some point.
That'd be fine with me.
Y'all don't like Pierce?
Do you like Pierce?
No, I don't hate him, but
I don't hate him either. But I know he's not good enough.
Lightning don't strike twice in the same place.
I want him to do good. I hope he does good. I don't wish bad upon him, but also, if somebody takes his job, I'm cool with it.
What does D'Amico say? Iron sharpens iron. You bring somebody else in there, you make him earn his spot. If a 5th rounder comes in there and takes your spot, then that's exactly what should happen, is you fucking get your spot taken because you didn't earn it. Like, what was the knock on him all last year? Is like he just wasn't smart enough to make the read.
Yeah, he would run into his own blockers all the time.
Yes.
I mean, we were sitting there watching live games. Like, what are you doing, bro?
What are you doing, dummy? Like, there's a hole right there. Hit the hole. Yeah.
You hit Titus Howard. Bang. Like,
yes. Nah, we good. We hands down got the best offense in this division, no doubt.
Brown says, man, y'all better hope Stefon Diggs don't poison you guys' locker room with that. I want the ball because you know he's coming in already thinking he's the wide receiver 1, so that broke things off with Tank as the other receiver. So to be honest, I really do think CJ Stroud has a lot on his plate with dude in the locker room.
I don't think it's going to be that deep.
If that's the only knock that you have on this, then we'll be just fucking fine. And that whole fucking wide receiver 1, yada, yada, fuck that. That shit doesn't apply unless you're fucking Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like, Look at, like I said, we're baby San Francisco. Who's the best receiver over there? It's Ayuk. Who gets the least targets? Ayuk. You know what I'm saying? You're a fucking crash test dummy, bro. Like go get the double team and open somebody up. It's fucking you're playing for the best fucking man to be not the best man to be open. You're playing for somebody to be open, whether it be Tank, Noah, Nico, Dalton, Mechie. Fuck, man, that shit might have fucked up
Pierce?
Mechie, man.
No, just kidding.
No, bye, Robert Woods.
Mixon.
I don't believe D'Amico would allow that shit to fly either. To be honest with you,
It. I'm pretty sure that was one of those CJ and Stefon Diggs played in the what's it called the
Pro
softball
Bowl.
league.
Oh,
But they played in the softball league together and everything. So they had talks in the Travis Scott softball league, but there was talks and everything. So I'm pretty sure the players. Hey, bro, we kind of heard
but
about that in free agency.
when I was starting all the rumors about San Francisco and shit, how many times did I tell you that I believed Ayuk didn't like Purdy? But he never said anything about it. He never said anything about it. Like there was trade talks that came out after the fact, but like it wasn't a distraction.
Yeah.
It's going to be the same here. Like Houston keeps shit in house. You know what I'm saying? We never know what's going on Kirby because they don't say nothing. And just because this dude comes in there, I'm gonna let that shit start now.
And the way CJ is as a leader, I think he can rile his guys. Dan goes, go trade for Bears running back Khalil Herbert? Question mark.
Ugh,
No.
what the fuck?
Oh, what J.K. Dobbins say?
Oh, Zach's gonna love this one.
Listen, you had one of the best quarterbacks in Josh Allen. You couldn't work it out. Now you have a quarterback with his second year led with wide receivers that really don't have a name yet. Have Stefon Diggs ever really felt like he was wanted? I love the trade. I just don't like the culture that he's going in. I think he needs to be with a quarterback that runs his team like if he was with Tom Brady. None of this goes on now.
Whatever. I'm not even entirely sure the point you're trying to make there, but I just don't think it's a problem.
We talk about not wasting quarterbacks' rookie seasons, their youth, their and I'm gonna say look at Mahomes, look at other quarterbacks that are talented in their rookie years. We can go with Josh Allen, Mahomes, Herbert, Lamar. Most of those Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow had a legit receiver. Now CJ has a legit receiver. Pat Mahomes had a legit receiver. Now the thing is, you get that foundation solid around your quarterback at the rookie deal, set him up to not fail, and he's gonna do some great things. Whereas some of those other quarterbacks, they didn't have that setup. They struggled. They went through multiple seasons of where they looked good individually, but the team struggled. And it's like I'm cool with I'm good with going quote unquote all in after the season you just had. Like,
But
you
yeah, for
have a
sure,
quarterback.
because first off you ride the momentum, and then two, it's like you have the money to do that now when all your pillars are on rookie deals. Like you spend that on that right now, and then next year when we don't want you anymore, we'll pay Nico Collins.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro. People are gonna be mad. They're like, we gave up a pick for 1 year.
No, my thing is like I don't want people to think Diggs is coming in and he's supposed to be like Herbert or Chase. Like just come in. I don't need you to come in and catch 115 fucking balls, bro. If you do, great. But just come in and do your job. How many times have I told you if all 11 men do their fucking job on the field, good things happen? Just do your job. Whatever that play dictates you do, just do that. And we'll be fucking fine. Because I believe in slowing. I really do.
Says, okay, that he feels like the team is his. Did you see the first beginning of Tampa Bay when Tom Brady had to take control of his team? What happened after they won? Tom Brady never had a number one raw receiver, whoever's open. Whatever place fit the best, that's who gets the ball. And you never heard wide receivers crying or really act to betrayed on that matter. I feel like
You're
the
asking a
word.
receiver to respect CJ Stroud like he's got Tom Brady's resume. And it's not going to work that way.
I was gonna say the only reason anybody ever respected Tom Brady like that was because he had rings. He had the credibility for it already.
It's like I'm gonna listen to you, bro. It's like
Like
when LeBron
com-
went to places.
And then
comparing
you use
CJ
Tampa
Stroud to
as a
Tom Brady
fucking
doesn't make any
you
sense.
use Tampa as a fucking example, and it's like Mike Evans, who's probably the softest fucking receiver in the league, who don't say anything. The loyal bastard went back to that sorry ass team. You know what I'm saying? And Godwin knew that he had that team tricks for money, so he wasn't gonna say shit. Like I get the point you're trying to make, but like if that's bullshit, I don't need a fucking drill sergeant to be my quarterback to get Diggs to do his shit, because at the very least you tell that motherfucker to go sit on that bench and next week I won't see you anymore, and that shit works. Ask Antonio Brown.
David says, despite Diggs' character issues, Ryan is the perfect coach for him. The wide receiver core is a problem. I feel he's getting a lot of criticism for what is vocally said, but there's always two sides to a story. And I mean, being realistic, when he went to Buffalo, that they were quote unquote Super Bowl contenders. That GM ran that team into the ground, giving Ed Oliver all that money, giving a bunch of other stuff. We can go on with the list. They're one of the worst run teams in NFL when number wise. Yeah, so it's not just his fault. A lot of it
And the only
is
thing he's guilty of is he don't shut the fuck up. That's
yeah.
it.
There's a lot of players like that.
I know. Look at the
There's a lot.
NBA. Every team has like 5 of them.
Yeah, that's true. They're all on Twitter and X. A quarterback that just led the weakest team to the playoffs, a quarterback that just did better than any rookie quarterback, and a quarterback that I really do think is going to be the next Tom Brady, Joe Burrow. Hell yeah.
Why did you compare Tom Brady and Joe Burrow to each other?
Because they're both ice in their veins, bro. It's
Exactly.
Lillard time, bro.
But the only comparison to that right now should have been Patrick Mahomes.
No, because Joe Burrow went to Ohio State. Now you got to throw
I
Pat
don't know.
Mahomes in there. That boy deserves it.
I ain't worried about it.
Flying to Carrot Brown. Carrot Brown, are you a Bengals fan? Because they both pocket players and the best quarterbacks to me. Yeah, Caleb, to him. You don't Mahomes. Who's Mahomes, bro?
Yeah, who's she?
You know who? You know who he's better than? Deshaun Watson. That's who.
Josh
true.
Allen, Herbert, all them fools.
Lamar.
I mean, Josh Allen didn't have a solid season until Stefon Diggs got there to begin with. So
It's very true. It's very true. Now he has Dalton Kincaid. He's good.
Yeah,
What
he got
quarterback
Curtis
did
Samuel now.
better? Did
I don't
CJ
know who CJ Sprout is.
That's his cousin. I just messed. I read it and I was like, wait, what? It's like Cliff and Chris Paul. HEB. If y'all use a commercial of CJ Sprout, I swear, man, y'all buy you City Boys some money, man.
I think that at some point that Diggs, he also knows that he can't bitch anymore. It's like you got what you wanted. You know what I'm saying? You got what you wanted. Now go perform. That's why I don't feel like it's going to be a problem. I really. Plus, he's in Houston, bro. This ain't Buffalo. Them stupid motherfuckers up there can do that goof ass drink out of a shoe, jump through a table, catch bullshit on fire. That shit does not impress me. This is Houston, bro. You have to walk our streets. You fuck up, you will get checked. Trust me, I've seen it.
You'll be in HEB and then be like, you suck.
You stupid and you ain't gonna say that because you man just like everybody else who get your whole ass beaten at HEB.
That's clowny ass. People hated it. Mario Williams, people hated it. But if you do good,
The biggest effect that him being on the team has to do with anything is for you fantasy losers, because he devalues Tank.
honestly, I was thinking that too. Is fantasy wise, pretty much everybody on this team, kind of except CJ, gets devalued a bit.
I do not believe at all it affects Nico Collins at all, bro. Yeah, people don't realize that his ability to be the only person to get off the line without being in motion matters.
I'll let you draft him then, and I will go somewhere
That's
else.
fine.
I will go with Zay Flowers or somebody.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. I'll go with Ferguson. Fergalicious. And just play two tight ends. Stroud as a rookie played and broke some of Mahomes' numbers in his Mahomes second year. James also said, do we still draft a receiver in the late rounds?
Oh no, I don't believe we do. I mean, later, yeah, maybe
Special
like
team.
fourth or fifth if there's somebody there. But then it's like, what do you want to carry 7 receivers?
Does
We have
this mean
11
Robert?
receivers right now.
How many?
Yeah,
11?
but they're not
11.
fucking like with your roster day. You'll probably have 6 at the most.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like we have 11 right now. If we draft one at all, it should be in the later round.
So does this mean Robert Woods is bye bye? I'm guessing.
He
Yes.
gone. His ass gone, bro.
Stefon Diggs' name is already in the starter spot above him, so yeah, he's gone.
And we forgot about Noah Brown.
No, I remember Noah. I think we're for like that's why I'm saying like what happens to Mechie? Because I think at this point Hutchins got more value to you than Mechie does.
Mechie and Hutchins are gonna fight for the last spots, and
It
then
won't be a fair fight.
it's
Hutchins will
not.
knock that bitch
But
the fuck out. Like
may the odds be
Xavier
in their
Hutchins, that's a
favor.
tough ass dude, bro.
He is, and I like both of them. But at some point, we gotta figure out D'Amico and Nick. I trust you, bro. I trust you. I wanted Justin Simmons. It's all good. We didn't get him, but we'll get somebody in the draft. I'm fine with it. If somehow you pull magic freaking cap out of somewhere and you get somebody else, I'm just gonna do a video and be like, you know what, Nick, you playing Chinese checkers.
I mean, you could
everybody
get
else
rid of
playing
Robert Woods, and there's $7 million right there.
Don't give Nick any ideas.
No, do it.
Figure
That's
it out.
not an idea. That is an order. Cut that fool. Free that money up.
Mark my words, he about to fuck this locker room up. Only how he happy if he got the ball. What happened in the last game? That bomb that was thrown his way, Mister. Throw me the ball. I feel like any quarterback that relies or counts on one receiver in today's football will never get a ring. That's just my thought.
I believe
I
that to be
mean,
true.
but if we're talking about the play where Josh Allen tried to run it in when he should have thrown it, that's kind of his fault.
That's such a fucking Madden player thing to say, bro, because you cannot tell me like to an extent that's true, but I do know that there are receivers that can lead a drive. If you don't believe me, go back to that Rams and Bengals Super Bowl and watch what Cooper Kupp did at the end of that game. They knew where the ball was going and they couldn't fucking stop him. Diggs is not that player. You know what I'm saying? So my point is temper your expectations. Accept him as a really good player in the receiver room and not the fucking savior that the people think that he's gonna try to be. And fuck that. You're a guy on the team. Be the guy. Do your job.
1,000 yards. No, just kidding.
That's come on with it. Give me
CJ
give me
Stroud will probably
75 catches and 1,000 yards. Fuck, I won't say a peep about you.
And Joe Mixon gets 1,000 rushing yards.
I won't say a peep about you. I really wouldn't.
And Pierce gets 1,000. No, just kidding.
Shit, I'm gonna praise you, bro, if he gets 1,000 yards.
He gets 500. I'm like, yay!
Mm-hmm.
We got all the cornerbacks in free agency, so I'm thinking Casario is looking at deep tackle with our first pick in the second round. That's probably
Yeah,
where he's
I
at.
believe that's a very good train of thought. But also, bro, it's like I need to know what like some of those fucking corners are gonna do. Like, is Okuda gonna be that good? I like Mike Ford. Mike Ford's a man beast. He can play some man. I'm not high on Dez King anymore. I like him,
Yeah.
but you still got Jimmy Ward.
What
So,
is Steve
I mean,
Jones,
I could be wrong. He could make Okuda a fucking player.
right? He goes out a star. Like my biggest thing though is like looking at the AFC South though, looking at what they did, right? Calvin Ridley getting a monster contract to go to Tennessee, whatever. They got their new offense, Tony Pollard, Calvin Ridley, and them. You have Gabe Davis, speedster over there in Jaguars, right? Indianapolis got Michael Pittman back. They got Jonathan Taylor. We don't know what Anthony Richardson is. The AFC South is stacked. So defensive wise, for sure, we had to get better.
Mm-hmm.
Caesar goes, Robert Woods was a key player until he got hurt. David goes, can't wait for the Hunter Anderson pass rush. What duo is better? It's gonna be a nice duo.
Oh, it's gonna be a fucking beautiful thing. I like that. But that feeds back into the division because it's like hold containment on AR. Put the you know what I'm saying? Like don't let that fool get loose and then you win those games. You apply pressure to Sunshine and fucking what's that other dumbass that plays for Tennessee? Levis. They're standing there like traffic cones. So you just get home on that. But that's why we need that D tackle.
Yeah. D'Amico wants another star linebacker in coverage. He loves his linebackers. Another safety with Jimmy training the pick and Jalen D line. Big run stopper. Nick loves his undrafted free agents, especially for the O line. He does like.
I can tell you, I highly doubt that D'Amico gets a star linebacker in this draft. He can get a good one. The Cooper kid from A&M. If you're willing to take a shot at the Peyton kid from South Carolina, that motherfucker can play football, son, but he can't stay healthy. You can get a good player, but
Hey, bro, look, I need you to go down to Methodist, and we're gonna check out
this mother. Let me tell you what, bro. This motherfucker tore both ACLs before he got to college, and then decided to tear an Achilles when he got there. But the dude can play football, son. Like he can play.
It's yeah. I've read the Roman story of Achilles. I've heard. James goes, Jags overpaid for Davis, and we took a top receiver from the Bills in the AFC. I'll take it. Yeah. Look, we are not fans of Gabe Davis on the show, and we are not fans of Calvin Ridley on this show. So I'm ecstatic that they're in our division because I hate them. So I wish bad upon them every day. But I still gotta give respect to where it's due, to where you have to compete against them. And
See, Jacksonville's one of those people where like you think like you ever had that I ain't gonna say it, that slow kid in class that you're not confident they can read out loud, but then they shock you. You know what I'm saying? Like that defense has so much talent that it might show up at Saxonville again. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Which means you need that other receiver who could get open really quickly. So like, don't underestimate anybody in the division. I just think we're better than the rest of them, to be honest.
yeah.
I was about to say it.
I was like,
I can't hold back on the next one though.
good content, fellas. Appreciate it, James. It was a
Thank you,
fun
brother.
day today. See, we were
It
gonna.
makes
go
me
live
want to play
yesterday.
Madden.
Oh, it's gonna be a fun. That's gonna be a popular team for people to play Madden. Stefon Diggs, Tank, Nico, Michi, Xavier, Noah Brown, Dalton Schultz, Joe Mixon.
Jazz.
It's like random rookie that we just got in as a running back. I don't know. I think we got. I think that's
Nah, we
it. We
good.
covered it. I think it's we have shown up in off
And at the very
season.
least, the idiot will look good in the new jerseys.
That is one way to sell some jerseys, though, because that's going to be one of the top selling jerseys for damn sure. We can get rid of the. I mean, I don't want the Atlanta Falcons, Chicago Bear, whatever that thing is, but the Love You Blue ones, when those come out on draft day, I'll take one of those. I'm gonna get a CJ one before I get Stefon Diggs one for sure. But
I gotta give me a Will Anderson one, bro. I gotta fucks with the Terminator.
What happened today? We went to Academy and I told Nick, I was like, what if they have a Stefon Diggs jersey here? He's like, I'm gonna fucking ask him, who the fuck do you guys get your info from?
I'm like, y'all knew something that I didn't know, and usually Bayou City Boys is first on it outside of the other big people in Houston. So I would have been mad. Yeah. James goes, would you be good with them taking a guard in the third? I think Green is a bust. Hate to say it.
I would be mad as fuck, bro. I'd be mad as fuck. But what's the point of keep drafting O linemen? Like would you draft 2 O linemen in the third round last year? Juice and Patterson? I'm not doing that shit again, people. I'm not doing that. That's like you fucking taking your kid to McDonald's, right? And then on the way home he decided he don't want that shit no more, so then you got to stop and get pizza. I'm not doing that. No. I'm gonna see what Kenyon Green is. I'm gonna see what Juice can do, and I'm gonna play Patterson at center because I know he can do it. I'm not going for another offensive lineman that early.
It sounds like though, from what D'Amico has said about about Green is, they said that is his first real off season of health, and we saw last year he was pretty much healthy until the freak injury that happened on him. So I want to see, because most of Nick's picks have been hits. So
Yes.
I want to I'm gonna give you this year, bro.
I was gonna say, chill out, people. Look what happened with Derek Stingley. We are all really ready to give up on that fool, and then he decided that he was a football player again. And what do you have, like 5 picks in 4 games or something? Like the dude can play. There's talent there with Kenyon Green. You just have to make it work.
If anybody can make it work, D'Amico Ryans can. Slovak's like, stay here. This is your spot. Stay here.
What they need to do is they need to get him on a diet, like not a Zion diet. Like, look, I know you're from here. Your fat ass has absolutely no say in what you eat between the months of May to February, and go that route. That's his problem. He's just too fat.
It's all that Texas barbecue, bro. Saturday. Rosendo goes, is Luke McCaffrey overhyped because of his brother?
Luke McCaffrey, probably. I mean, I don't even know if he's overhyped. Like, who gives a shit about him?
He's a wide receiver. He's Christian McCaffrey's little brother.
No, we're aware.
No, I know. I was just letting anyone who didn't know.
Because I didn't know who the hell this dude was. I didn't know who Luke McCaffrey was. Like, that was cousin. Who do y'all think has the toughest and strongest receiver core?
Ooh.
As of right now, the Texans' receiving core room has to be up in the top for sure. I'm trying to think of who.
I would still probably say the Dolphins are up there right now.
That's a good one.
No, absolutely not. How?
Tyreek
You have
Hill,
1.5 receivers.
The chosen one.
Oh no.
Nah, just. I said that. I was like, who is it? Well, no, not. What out?
See, I think the Bengals
Browns?
have to be thrown in there. The Rams have to be thrown in there.
The Browns. Got Amari.
Yeah, because they got Jerry Jeudy now. I mean, that's a good receiving room, but also, like, you don't ever know what you get out of Jeudy or Elijah Mitchell.
Chicago.
I'm a big fan of Green Bay. Like, they don't have star power, but they got talent in that receiver room.
Yeah, because Christian Watson's a stud. Not just kidding.
Yeah, for sure.
Frank goes, replying back, Texans. James goes, Sweet or Fisk? Question mark.
Sweat or Fisk? Sweat or Fisk? See, Fisk was the white boy I was talking about earlier. I kind of liked him, but I also get real nervous when people randomly do that well at the combine. But I'll take him because he reminds me of a more athletic version of Kurt Heinrich.
Oh, yeah. I need to really get up on draft. I've been so hyped on off season. Now it's draft time. Draft in a center. No, I'm just kidding. David said Houston and Philly. Dan, of course, I know you're.
And what?
Philly,
Not the
Dan.
Super Bowl. Oh, I like
No,
Philly.
no.
They got some good receivers over there.
Brown goes Eagles, Chicago, Bears. Remember, I said strongest and toughest. Oh, it's strongest and toughest. Then I gotta go with Jaguar. No, I'm just kidding.
If rumors are true, what they're going after in the draft, it might be fucking Kansas City by the time the season starts. If fucking Rashee Rice will start running people over.
I'll Hollywood Brown, Rasheed Rice.
I keep hearing that they're going after like Troy Franklin from Oregon with their first round pick, and I was like, if they do that, that's fucking scary.
They need that because Rasheed Rice is dumb. So, bye, Rasheed Rice. Say hi to Henry Riggs.
I mean, last year there was a good receiver room in for the Chargers. They just didn't know what to do with it. Hey, I don't hate that. The Jets, Mike Williams, Garrett Wilson.
Fuck the Jets. I hate that team. Sauce Gardner. So talk about a player that needs to shut up. That dude there.
What if we get him though?
I mean, if we got him, that's cool. But I'm Team Stingley. I've been Team Stingley. I stayed on the team. Fuck Sauce. You ain't hear about the fool no more. Everybody's it's because Zach Wilson was his quarterback, and you said shut the fuck. I didn't know Zach Wilson played fucking defense. That's fucking crazy.
Hey, Atlanta's receiver room is not bad either because they signed like every fucking gadget receiver in the fucking free agency to play with Drake. Who'd they get? They got Darnell Mooney. They got
They literally did. Jesus.
Who else did they sign? Darnell Mooney and another little receiver. Forgot. But I like it.
Brown goes, who can stop DJ Moore? Who can stop Keenan Allen? Who's holding A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith? Come on now. It's one player to get more consistent ball, and he plays for Washington. Who you guys know who that is?
Keenan Allen's hamstrings can stop him, so everybody fucking worried about him.
Yeah, I was going to say Keenan Allen's going to stop himself.
Yeah.
Nobody even mentioned Seattle. Tyler Lockett, DK, and JSN.
Rosendo goes, who y'all got running out of the slot with our core?
I think that'll fluctuate. It's just depending on package. If you got 11 personnel. Like I said earlier, like Diggs played a lot more out of the slot than I even realized, so you could put him there. He'll be in that Noah Brown role. Noah Brown can do it. Tank can do it. Mechie, I mean, I think anybody can. I don't think anybody will be. I think anybody could except for Nico.
Yeah. Then goes, you mean Kirk? You said Ray McLeod.
Ray McLeod, they got him from San Fran.
James goes, Sauce breaks up passes, but Stingley picks them all. Sting mother.
Word.
Patriots.
That's why I want another
money
corner though.
I think they will. In free agency for Mac Jones, and that didn't work. Might not work with Atlanta. Keep Mac Jones away. Keep anything from New England away from us, man.
For some reason, and I would not admit to this 2 seasons ago, I'm a Kirk Cousins fan now. So I believe in his dumbass. And they got a new coaching staff over there, so I believe in Atlanta.
I like Atlanta. Bijan, him, Kyle Pitts, whatever the hell you're gonna do for once, but I like Kirk. I like Grill and Chain Kirk. That's the guy I like. And you're not on my side. You're on the NFC, so that's cool.
What it is because my secondary team in all the NFL was always New Orleans. And when you do dumb shit like bring Derek Carr's dumbass over there and then you re-sign the oldest defense in the world and give them more money, fuck you. I hope y'all lose.
Speaking of trash,
to win that division.
Where did Jimmy go? I forgot.
I don't know.
I forgot where he got to.
USFL.
All right.
That shit is so trash. I don't know how people watch that. I don't know how people watch
UFL
that.
now, Zach. UFL.
Whatever. Whatever. I don't know how people watch it.
There's nothing else on TV. I've watched American
Watch
Cornhole
Blues
before,
Clues, bro.
right?
Watch anything. Read a book.
I do that enough already. My top 2 quarterbacks who I'm high on since I've been watching them, and who I think one of them is going to be the best left-hand quarterback that ever hit the NFL, and I think my second one, he's going to be a deep ball machine, which is...
Don't say Penix to me. I've had this discussion 3 times today. Please don't tell me somebody's about to say Penix.
Penix, bro. No, I'm just kidding. I don't even know. I haven't looked at quarterback, so it's all good.
Well, he said a lefty that's about to come in, and that's the first person that came to mind. And I'm not shitting on Penix. I think he's a good quarterback, but chill out.
Yes, sir. At that note, we will end it here. Hey, Houston fans, get
I'm
hyped.
stressing.
We're gonna put a poll on the YouTube of what y'all rate this trade. Pretty sure it's gonna get an A for the majority of people, right? Unless you're a T. Higgins fan, then you're probably mad. But other than that, yeah, I mean,
Man, but you're probably retarded anyway.
we dodged that bullet. Thank you, Nick. You did well. That being said, appreciate it, Dan. Great show, fellas. We are out of
Appreciate
here.
everybody.
Houston.
Lloyd, my dude, appreciate it.
Everybody that came out, YouTube, Facebook, thank you. You can always find more of our videos on YouTube. Go and look at Bayou City Boys, like, subscribe. A lot of content over there. Got a lot more coming up. We're out of here, Houston. Stay safe.